Original PlayStation logo. That takes you back, eh?
EA Sports. It's in the game.
Jumbo jet. It wasn't easy, but nothing is. No. When I feel heavy metal, and I feel that I need when I lie easy, all of the time, but I'm never sure why I need you. 'Cause I need you.
Hello and welcome to the relaunch of our retro series. We started this ages ago with the idea of working through all of the FIFAs, and we didn't make it past FIFA 97 for various reasons. We did revisit all of the FIFAs in our 20th anniversary videos, which you should go back and watch, but the production quality was questionable back then, so let's get started again. FIFA Road to World Cup 98 released in June 1997 and was incredibly popular. It's just one of those FIFAs that people always kind of say, that was my favourite FIFA, or that was my first FIFA, or that's the FIFA I had the most sort of fun with. It released for the Sega Saturn, SNES, Mega Drive, Game Boy, PC, Nintendo 64 and PlayStation, which is where this footage is captured from, the actual disc running on my PS3, not an emulator. So in terms of modes, we've got friendlies, Road to World Cup 98 obviously, league mode, training, shootouts. But before we start playing, let's have a look at the team management. So we've obviously got the ability to change formations and their shape, but there's also sliders. We made a massive fuss when they were brought back recently, but they were there from the start, almost. This is one of my favourite things. You might be wondering why Ian Wright up top there looks like he's having a fit. This is why. You can tune player aggression individually. So I've put him all the way up to Nutter, which seems appropriate. You can actually do it for the whole team if you want. So poking around elsewhere, there's a fair few leagues, 11 to be exact, a total of 189 clubs, 16 stadiums from all around the world, and all 172 FIFA registered international teams were included, something that was never ever repeated until the release of 2014 FIFA World Cup Brazil earlier this summer. Educational. So let's jump onto the pitch, and one of the reasons I think this game was so popular was the indoor pitch. It was in FIFA 97 too, but I kicked the arse out of it in FIFA 98. Probably spent more time there than in proper matches. It's great. You can play little 1-2s with yourself off the wall. Lovely. That was a bit of a heavy challenge, so let me just get some revenge. Whack! Have that you cunt. You can intentionally foul someone if you want. Imagine dropping gloves if that made a comeback. So let's try and win the World Cup. I've gone through the qualification, and for a game that's so early in the series, there's some really cool touches. Little things like this celebration for qualifying. I know it's crude and the kits are wrong, but it's a nice idea. So I've got Denmark, Kazakhstan and Honduras in my group, definitely doable. Oh, I can pick a stadium. Hey. Each stadium has an FMV intro, which is again a small but very cool touch. Let's watch the US one. So that's my lineup. Some blasts from the past in there. David Batty, man alive. Wow. That really is a blast from the past.
Hello and welcome to World Cup 98, and we're here to see the game between Denmark and England. It's a great night for football, a beautiful Californian welcome for all the players here today for this well-attended contest. Kick-off approaching then, and time to hand over to your commentators for this game, Andy Gray and first John Motson.
Well, thank you, Desmond. I'm sure the managers will have little trouble in motivating the players today. The world media here, and careers can take off after a game like this.
I kept quiet there so you could hear the intro from Des Lynam and the opening commentary from John Motson. For such an old game, it's pretty well put together. The controls are tight, but feel incredibly arcadey, as you'd imagine. Players handle really, really well, but the ball is basically stuck to them, which is kind of part of that. But you can do some pretty cool dribbling, and you can also do some little tricks like these hops. Is that a Blanco hop? It's kind of hard to tell with the animation, but anyway. The instant replay facility is as good as Replay Theatre is now, which is remarkable. Here's me pushing over another player just because I can. So here's my opener, cross in, couldn't get head on it, cut back a bit, Ian Wright smashed it in from close range. There's that aggression. So that finished 2-1. I'll cut all this down, but here's their 90th minute consolation. My defence went to pieces on me a bit, so even back then they were struggling with defensive AI. Next up, Honduras in the snow. Does it snow much in France in the summer? That is a big diving header from the edge of the area. Everything about this game is arcadey, as I say, but it's so satisfying to play. You can properly put tough tackles in. Passing's got a nice weight to it. Shooting feels good. If you take it for what it is and don't look at it in the way we look at FIFA now, i.e. a football sim, you can see why so many would have this right up on the top of their list of their favourite FIFAs. So anyway, I got through a group, knocked Germany out in the semis, and have the Republic of Ireland in the final. This is basically the perfect World Cup.
Hello and welcome.
Well, it was until I loaded the footage up and found that it looked like this. I honestly have no idea what happened. It's just about watchable. What the fuck is that? You can't even see the score. I won 3-0. I'm gutted it came out like this because the trophy celebration is alright. The whole team lifting the trophy out in front of the crowd. I say crowd, it's not the most detailed texture you'll ever see in a video game, but it is a few years old now, so there you go. Off they go on their lap of honour whilst we sit here and watch this FMV sequence. So that's FIFA 98 in 10 minutes or so. Cracking game. Really glad I went back to play it. I wonder if anyone ever hacked a bit of online play into the PC version. That could have been fun. I hope you enjoyed looking back at Road to World Cup 98. I think maybe next time we might stray from FIFA and do something a little bit outside the series. Just some older football games. Other retro stuff, basically. It's quite fun going back and playing old football games and kind of seeing what ideas they had and how far they took them and stuff like that. It's quite interesting. Hope you enjoyed it. Laters.